Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Fred.
What news have you?
You should have. Cool. Thank you for that.
Nah. In all the years I've been there, I've never seen one.
Oh, no.
No. Never seen an Australian with corks.
I should have got Ernie's out, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I like your hat though. That's the best hat.
They have lager cans hanging out.
I don't know.
Castlemaine Forex.
Yeah. I like your hat though. That's a real classic.
This unlikely gathering is Birch Grove, last morning of the season. Alan Young here has had a result in the night, had a cracking fish, which we'll be seeing in a minute. The gentleman under the strange hat on my right is of course Fred J. Taylor. We're very pleased and delighted to have him with us for these last couple of days. Closes at midnight tonight, having a bit of a party today, trying our socks off to catch one or two more carp in the company of Dave here, Eric, Alan's mates from Liverpool, Fred's mate Ernest, one or two others later. But for the moment the business in hand is this glorious fish that Alan had last night, the jammy rat. After we've re-weighed the fish and taken pictures of it, Fred and Alan are going to talk about Alan's winter fishing on here. I'm going to get it back up the other end of the lake and see if I can catch another fish. So we'll just see how the day unfolds and film a bit of it here and there, right up to the close at midnight tonight, end of the 1991 season.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Direct if you
Oh,
can.
yeah, oh yeah, I'll get them on there and shoot them.
First of all, you got to wait. Anyway, that's the most important.
You're not claiming 20 for this, are you?
Well, looking at your common, this
Oh,
is a 30.
wait till you see the pictures of my common.
This is a 30.
You won't believe how big it looks.
This is
That's a fat fish though.
very deep.
Very.
It's a very deep common, I had.
They're in.
Yours is underneath this one.
Now Alan's been trying to kid us that this could be another misweighing. His classical midway. If it is a misweighing, it's a 14, not a 30.
No.
As long as there's no dead bait in the sack. Because Eric's not going to be happy. There's Carol's fish in it.
That is a big fish, isn't it?
I don't know, it's got glass scales
It's
on it.
got to be 20 plus, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're about right at 22, aren't we, that?
Scattered mirror.
Let's get some
Only get
Yeah, there we go. The showers.
sling over there.
All over Alan.
Yeah, thanks. I'll take him this way. Backwards. That's it. It's the sack out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fred.
Will I bring the scales down? Would it be better?
Yeah, he's all in now, I think.
That's enough.
You put it in the sack.
on last night.
Is it?
22.
22.3.
So it is.
Yeah. You got some water there, Tim, just to wet your stand?
Yeah.
Not me.
Could be.
It's that what I was looking at on the map, thinking it was cans.
What's that?
That attorney.
This is the trouble, of course, with the
Sacking them.
sacking fish. They get very, very.
They get well recovered, don't they?
It was a bird, wasn't it? grab hold of him really tight. And then just sit on there. That's it. Just okay. Relax, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
That's 9 days this session you got on it. It's that's 6 weeks fishing there, isn't
Well,
it?
you talked to Fred after about just the effort that you guys have put in to get a winter result on it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Another batch today.
Well, I'm surprised that... Down, Alf, down.
Sure, that's off.
The lock's on.
Wound on.
Right on. Lock off.
Look away, that's it.
Come on, my beauty.
Don't leave the high out, for heaven's sake.
God. We'll cut anything out of the video, let's see. Keep it near to your body, man. These things go on you. These specialist angler shots, I call them.
Yeah.
Pull him back to you a bit, Al. Pull him back, because that's where you get difficulty with depth of field.
Head back and tail out.
It's a hell of a fish.
Yeah, clunk.
Hell of a fish.
Well, wait till
And
last night.
years ago, you would have never have
5 pounds lighter than that.
dreamed of seeing a fish like this in March, Tim.
Trying that, mate. No, that's right.
So you wouldn't have dreamed of seeing a fish like this in March.
No.
I mean,
But let's be right, Fred. In
So
the
we're
days
getting
gone
back
by,
in
we
the
were
water.
talking about this, but we're talking about fishing now.
Then back on.
I mean, you like full-time at fishing, but you never put anything like the hours in that the lads put in now, did you? I mean, like 9 days for the March result.
no, 11 days is the longest I ever put in.
Yeah.
I'm putting them back in, son.
But not in March.
Can someone
No.
open that sling up for me so I can put them in it?
My baby. Go on now. What have you done?
Go on, Ed. Bring it round in the bank. Do this,
Again. I'll have to go back.
two there, Tim, or two, isn't it? Or is that one a bird?
I'll move. There it is. Come on, go over for it. Let's get it. It's only going to be anyway, isn't it? Keep it there. They now wouldn't move last night, would they?
No. Look at this, a fork shape, isn't it?
There's your rate. And there's you know. There was a tackle on that, wasn't there? Load the tackle. Load the tackle early. As well as all it, we'll take it across.
Right.
Down, lads, down. Down.
Pike sling.
There.
Right.
Run it back. Like I got the ball before.
Right, just roll back there. This is the culprit. Bloody great big log here.
No, that was out there, did you, Alan? Bit tree, innit?
Eh?
Yeah, now.
Well, yeah, here we are now on the last day of the season on Birch Grove, and we've had an excellent winter syndicate so far. I'm Alan Young, who part runs the syndicate with a couple of lads from Liverpool. And as I said, we've had a really good season up to now. We've had a new late record coming off to Eric from Liverpool, and we've had numerous 20s. I think we've had upwards of something like 15 to 20 different pound 20s off the water. It's really fished exceptionally well this year, and we're just hoping to see if we can get a couple more fish. The way things are going, we just could be on to some more fish. I had one earlier on this morning about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, which we'll get out the sack in a minute if you want to have a look at it. And it was £23 common. So we'll bring him out and we'll have a good look at him after. I mean, some of the rigs that we've been using this year compared to last year, we've altered them. We tended last year to put a lot of bait in, heavy bait in, and it didn't seem to work properly for us. What we've done this year is small amounts of bait into areas where we know the fish are feeding, and we've done pretty well. I mean, one of the rigs what we've had a couple of fish on is nothing really exceptional. It's just basically 2 boilies just popped up and balanced with a shot. I mean, it has scored, and all we've been doing is literally fishing stringers on that one. The other rig, what we've been using, which is this week, has really turned over the fish. And what we've been using is tigers, and just with a piece of cork, just a small bit of lead wire to counterbalance it, on a standard rotary rig with a piece of lead core. The idea of the lead core is to keep everything down on the bottom, and I said we can't fault it. We've really scored well this week on it. I can't think of nothing else.
That's great. You did really well there.
I couldn't think of nothing else.
No, that's brilliant.
Get that off there. I don't know whether you want to have a go at this rig first, because it is more complicated than the other ones. Because the idea of this one, there's no lead on it. It's how can you, I don't know how you can hold this bloody thing to explain it. I mean, that's it there.
Do a bit of talking about it.
So I can, well, we're on this, compared to the other rigs where we just had the baits. Hang on, here we go. On the other ones, we just had the baits coming off the back of the hook, and we were using a counterbalance. What I've done on this one is using actually 2 tiger nuts as the counterbalance, so that when it's in the water, they're resting on the bottom, and the other ones are coming up that way. So it's actually just resting on the bottom that way around, against having any lead to balance it up or anything. All this is then is coupled up to some rig tubing which we've got on here, which is we've put a long length of rig tubing on because we're fishing close into the snags, and it's just to protect the line, and it's 15-pound line right the way through then. So we'll just pop this out there and see if we can get one. This is where it'll probably land, in a snag or something like that. Are you running now? Let's see if I can just get him in there. Bit of a slight underhand. Right in a tree. I don't know whether that'll have picked it. Well, I've got to bring it in again. I'll have to get over there. Hang on. That's where I wanted it as well. Let's have another go. Beneath that branch. Been doing this all week with my eyes closed. That's it, that's perfect. It's just where we want them. I mean, literally about 3 foot of water there. Just set him up on here. see what happens. I've got a lot of weight on the bobbin here. I mean, the line is literally kept tight right the way through. Just a slight bend in the rod tip, so that the fish can't go into the snag or anything. I'll just go and get some more baits and put some baits in. Small amounts, and what's going out there now, that's all we've been putting over everything. Just get some tight in there. Just give them a little scattering round. And that's it. Not too much in, you won't take the ones all up with you can. Right. To be fishing this setup, you've got to sit on the rods, because the only indication that your rod tip is just going to go around, and with being so close onto the snags, you've got to literally, as soon as it goes, it hit the rod, just hold the fish, bring them up on the top, and hopefully we should have them in the bag. There's some strange things happen down there, I'll tell you. Look at the ducks.
Yeah.
The gay Gordons out there.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
The gay Gordons. Don't know, after a week down there with you, Kev, we'd be getting his eyes about you. I've got to say nobody.
You're still chasing him, isn't he?
We're still sitting here waiting for this margin rod to go. Your voice now? Sitting here now waiting for this margin rod to go. Hopefully something might happen. If not, we'll see what happens in the night. I think there's a couple of lads from the syndicate coming down now. Yeah, lads, come over.
Well, I'm here.
Right. There's Kevin, and there's Kevin Harris and Mark Roberts.
Morning.
Two lads off the winter. Got a bucket over, lad, and have a
Have a squat, I think.
Give us a bucket.
saying it. Going on about what fish we've had off and that. We've had
That's been a good week this week, hasn't it?
been a really good week this week.
Brilliant.
Well got up to now. What have you had?
I've had 9. We just 26-4. Oh, yeah.
A couple of 25s, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of 25 and 24. And last 2 fish were 2 12 and a 14. But I've had 9 altogether.
Yeah.
Just can't believe it.
It's a cracking week, that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Epic battle last night, wasn't it? Early hours.
What?
Just a bit 12:30. Screaming run.
Yeah.
Up the fish that ran about 30 yards and then just got snagged in open water as it worked out. Couldn't budge it. We tried for about 2 hours.
No, we down there over there, weren't we? In the woods, casting lines over it, trying to pick it up and that.
It's just weird, that, wasn't it? It was just unlucky. It just happened to be in open water. Probably the only snag there. Like.
That's the only fish was coming down that area as well.
Yeah, it's the only fish all week.
And we've had baits over there, haven't you?
Yeah, well, fish
Definitely quietly confident for tonight.
I think we should.
There's fish down there.
But it's like the snags now, they are on the snags. I think they're gonna, someone's going to come off on the snags sooner or later. We just have to see how things go.
It's the wet. We've not had one day same in the weather, have we? It's just now today it's nice. Slight breeze.
We said up to date now, how many fish have we had off from the winter, from starting in November?
I've had,
Over 20 20s, there must be now near enough, isn't
I
it?
think I've had 9 20s. I've had 7.
Have you really?
I've had 17 fish altogether.
We've done well.
Good, you and you.
No, really. What a season.
Well, I think Eric's had
It's a pity it's the last day.
6 20s with a new late record and a personal best again for him.
Yeah, I've had a personal best. I'm chuffed about that.
Oh, you've had what was it, 20?
It's only 21, but it's a personal best,
It's
isn't it?
nice
Good,
fish.
good enough for me.
Well, that's it. I said it's just been one of them ones. We've seen a lot of new fish coming out. And then Brace of Commons the other week where I had off. I mean, 3 years, not seen a 20 common. We get 2 in 2 hours.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it?
And I said the one we've got in the sack there now, it's personal best common for me off the water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 23. I mean, that was just out the blue, that thing this morning.
That's a cracker of
It's
a
a
fish.
lovely
that.
fish, isn't it? So we'll get him out and Take some photos and put them back into the water, think, lads?
Yeah, may as well, yeah.
Yep, better run.
Get him out and get him back in.
We'll get him out, sort him out.
Catch him, we'll catch him while he's in the net again, will we?
No,
You
let's
want
go
me
and
to bring
sort
it
him
out,
out.
Al?
If you can do, I'll put my leggings on and sort myself out.
Alright.
Here we go. Here we darling, aren't you? Hey, come on, baby. Come on, man. Come on, just a bit, and then you go back in. Come on, baby.
Yeah, the light.
Come on, lovely. Hang on. Whoa, hang on. Come on now. You go back in and hang on now. Come on. Come on, beauty. Come on. There we go, baby. That's it. Stay there for 2 minutes, baby.
Will you look at that?
That's all lovely.
To your right, to your left,
What's it
Al.
called?
To your left, mate.
Come on. Come on.
This youngie.
Come on now. Just a bit and then you can go back in. All right. Just a couple of little pictures. Right, baby. That's it.
To your left, Al. Pull him over to your left, mate.
That way.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Come on,
Ooh.
lovely. Right. That's it. Oh, you're beautiful, aren't you?
All right, if he wants one upside down, we'll have one upside down.
You're a beauty. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, whoa. Come on now. Come on, me baby. Let's get you up there now. You go back in the water in a minute.
That's it. To your left, Al. To your left, mate. To your left. Other way. That's better.
That's it. Oh. Come on, baby. Gorgeous, aren't you?
Lovely thing.
And a pot of gold. Oh. Come on now. Come on. Let's get you up there. Come on now.
Turn him on the deck, mate.
You're a superstar, aren't you?
You turn him.
There you go. Oh.
It's slow motion regular, isn't it?
Yeah. It's being nice. It's nice and placid anyway, isn't it? Mouth on it.
You run one the other way.
Yeah, hang on.
You got... Just get some water in that bowl, Mark, will you, mate?
Just give us that. Hang on, let's get that sack. Let's squeeze some on the sack.
It's just bringing some water.
The one I caught, Alan.
It isn't, is it?
No.
That had a big head on it, that one I had, didn't it?
No answer to that, is there?
Oh, yeah, gorgeous. Aren't you? You're a beauty. Just took his arm
No,
out
you
my
didn't
fish.
mean that, Tim, mate.
Come on, baby. Come on now. I'll get him up, and then if there's anything on the other side, just tip the water on it when I get it up, Mark.
There's a line, mate. Pardon? There's a line. What's that?
Come on, baby. Come on now. Just a couple of pictures.
All right.
Come on. Let's get you over there now. And then you go back in there
That's it, mate.
with your brothers and
Try and
sisters.
get this
aren't you?
front cover shot. To your right a bit, Al.
That's a beauty. It's gonna go.
Nice.
That's it. She's jumping a bit. Oh, that's a baby.
Okay.
Aren't you? Okay, just pour that bit of water over
Man,
the
he's not giving her any much room up there, is he?
Just pour it over the head and let it run down on it. That's it, and come down the back of the fish, that's it. That's it.
Oh, hang on to that.
Go and get it the way now, Kev, quick.
Right, just tilt his head up a little bit, Alan, you're perfect, mate.
Oh, it's gonna
Nice
go.
one. Right, pull him back to you a bit, Al. Let me get a bit of depth of field. No, to your right. To your right, that's him. Right, hang on to that.
Getting
Lovely.
heavy.
Lovely, mate, yeah. Let's have him
heavy.
back.
Kev, can... Long one, long one.
You won't go in now.
Come on then. What are you up? It's getting heavy, Kev.
Yeah, let's have him back.
Come on, that's it. Can you give us the sack on there, Kev, to put it in? I'm going to drop it in down there.
Got him.
Yeah, there she is. Come on, baby. Here you go. Hang on now. Whoa. Hang on.
Steady, love.
There you go, baby. Off you go. That's it.
What a lovely thing, yeah.
Posing for the camera.
To like,
It's lovely.
gorgeous thing.
It's gone right down to you, Tim.
That's
what you call
to go back up to yours, don't worry about that.
And he had a run, Ernie.
Yeah?
He said, all is good. Squeezy bottle top.
Yeah, I'll squeeze them over there.
Rod and a beard when I was going like it.
That was something else, wasn't it? Tremendous. Oh.
You'd have to leave that banana.
Up that have been caught out of here, I mean, great big to me. You haven't quite touched 30 yet, 30 pounds, but there's been a hell of a lot of 20s, haven't there? And with all those, and then to think that you've got another generation coming on afterwards, I think that's exciting.
Which is the worry these days with SVC and these other diseases.
With all these other problems that carp fishers all over the country are facing, yes, you can sort of, all you can do is keep your fingers crossed and hope that these, wherever, survive, and that when they do survive, hope that they continue to propagate. And I think, you know, you're in with a very good chance here.
Your special memories of this season? Right off the cuff?
Oh, I don't know really. Haven't done anything very special in this country, but I've enjoyed a lot of fantastic bush experiences in Australia and New Zealand, which I felt I had to go and do again while I still got the strength, the health and strength to do it. And yes, caught a few carp in Australia, and spent a lot of time in New Zealand catching what I call monstrous eels, but which New Zealanders don't call big eels at all.
That's right.
Big enough to fillet and cut up and cook on, you know.
And a lot of them.
A lot of them, yes, plenty of them. And the carp in Australia, of course, there must be 30-pounders there, but there are also one hell of a lot of 10-pounders and 8-pounders and 7-pounders and 5-pounders. And how do you get through such a wodge of small fish and make contact with a big one, particularly when those fish are so easy to catch anyway, because they're never put back.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, it's not fair, but you can understand, I think, the Australian point of view. There's too many of them, and they don't want them.
What, Australians?
There's too many carp, too many carp.
Yeah, I know, it's very dear to your heart, Australia.
Well, I love it. There's nothing ever will compare with carp fishing in this country as it is today.
That's right. It's the golden age, and of course, my memories of this season, a lot of them are here.
Hello, Mr. Stone. How are you?
You're going to have to give us 10 minutes or 5 minutes, unless you want to chat about this barbecue on the video. No, we're just going to do a bit of videoing with Fred.
What do I do with that lid? Oh, there it is. Oh, very well, yes.
Your mate's doing
very
well
for an old un.
Your mate's doing well on that bait. Your mate up there, Youngie. He's doing some serious damage with that now. And we get a different story about what bait he's on every time he catches one. Fred Outdoor Cooking, how did all this start?
Oh Lord, I don't know. We did it when we were kids, you know, really. We used to fish along the River Tame and catch roach and perch and eels, and then light a fire and chuck potatoes in the embers, and they were black and raw inside, but we thought they were good, you know.
That's right.
And we used to cook fish on the end of sticks and make believe, I suppose. And it's all, really and truly, if we're honest about it, it's all cowboys and Indian stuff even today.
That's right.
Play at survival,
This is a bit basic compared to the stuff you see in the camping.
Oh yes, well all it is an old bread basket.
Yeah.
And another old bread basket on top of it. And I've got an iron plate over there that when this burns right the way through, I can put the plate on and heat that up and cook anything you care to name, really, because you can even crack eggs on it when I get the plate on, you see.
Right.
Or you can use it as an alternative, wait until this fire burns down red and then chuck whatever you want to cook on it. It's
Is this the sort of cooking that you used to do at Redmine, then these gudgeon feasts that you had?
Yeah, all sorts of things, yes. Well, I've always been an outdoor hunter as such, and I kill a few rabbits and pheasants and pigeons and odd things like that. And
eels?
The odd eels, yes, and anything. I see harvests to be reaped, and as I've said so many times before, we reap them, and it's sensible to do so. To overcrop them is, well, it's bloody sinful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you judge things correctly, you will always have the same amount left every year to continue to harvest, and that has been part of my philosophy, and it's been part of my fishing life, really.
Do you think the conservation movement has gone a bit over the top? That it's perhaps moving towards spoiling the balance of nature?
Well, I think it's already gone a little bit over the top because it's leaned towards preservation rather than conservation.
Preservation for the sake of it.
Well, yes, and really, I think not with any sincere thoughts about the creatures themselves, but just because they don't really like to see anyone else enjoy themselves, basically. I mean, I think there are a lot of sincere people amongst them.
Yeah.
As long as I've got the health and strength to do this will always be part of my fishing scene, and as we're hoping the lads from the other lake will be down shortly. And
well, that's right. This is a regular part of the Birch Grove end of season
party, yes, because we shall chuck some food on there later on and open up a few bottles of homemade wine, and
etc.
But do nothing really silly. Because we don't do such things, do we?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Perfectly well behaved and gentlemen at all times.
Right, yes.
So we'll have a look at you doing a bit of cooking later.
Later on, yes. Okay.
Well,
once this fire's burnt down, we've got chicken legs, and I've got some deer burgers in there. That'll be interesting.
God, Freddie, haven't I? You haven't got any roux burgers?
No, not roux burgers, not this year. No, we had roux burgers last year. Do you remember?
Yes.
When he was eating a piece of chicken. John Lilly was eating a piece of chicken, and he said, "Are you enjoying that kangaroo?" And he went white at the gills and wouldn't eat any more. He was a silly man, but there you are.
Meanwhile, I've just had a bleep and we're coming into a main feeding time, so it's the usual Birch Grove scene, waiting and hoping.
Yeah. Switch her off and wait till this fire burns, Nelly.
That's it, mate.
Okay.
Yep. What you like for wood, Fred?
Oh, Ernie will come and help me in a little while.
Okay, mate.
All I need is a few thick pieces now to keep this. Once I get that, I've got to get that plate cleaned off. That's
all right. Well, I don't want to wander too far from the rods now because I've got like a peak hour and a half when I might get something, and then I'm struggling.
Well, you can leave it to me. I'll take care of this end of it now, and if I need any help, I'll shout for Ernie. He's got an axe and a saw.
Just stop him enjoying himself up there. Don't let him get settled in.
No, I won't let him enjoy himself. Oh no, I'm going to be a real auntie in a minute.
I think one of the toughest things to get across on film is the concept of waiting at carp fishing. I've watched a number of videos, and you get the impression that catching carp is easy because obviously people who make videos, they've got to show action of some sort. Just to put it in context, we finished filming with Derek Stritton just about a week ago. I've fished through that week in the same spot. I'm in the same spot because I couldn't move, because there are other lads on the lake. I've had 2 fish and lost 1 in that week. And really I've come down to a very localised feeding time of about an hour hour and a half in the middle of the day out on the marker. My feeding times have narrowed down to a definite hour, hour and a half in the middle of the day out in the marker area, and really any time along the tree line, but very localised. When I say any time, you might get one take in 24 hours off the tree line where Mary's fishing, and you never quite know when that's going to come. But the fact of the matter is that 2 fish in a week, 3 takes in a week, will be a pretty unacceptable concept to some of you, as I suppose it is to us in retrospect. You have to get through the fishing time in winter however you can. Obviously it's worth it from our point of view, because we're trying to catch winter carp in the prime condition and at the prime weight. But it is very, very difficult sticking it out for the periods of time involved fishing for these semi-difficult carp. And it's a question of reading and writing and eating and sleeping and looking at the water and anything that's going to get you through the time. And I think that people coming into carp fishing, that is the hard part to grasp, that you do spend long, long periods of time not catching, which doesn't mean to say you're not fishing. You're working at presentation, you're working at the baiting situation, or lack of it, as the case may be. You're just working and hoping, and as you go past each feeding time, you think, oh my God, how long have I got to wait before the next chance? Just part of carp fishing. You have to accept that it's there and stick with it if you really want carp in these conditions. I've just hooked a fish against the tree line, late afternoon on the 14th, and it's just being dogged, coming in, not doing much, just wallowing around sort of 30 yards out at the minute. Just playing him a bit gently. We want this baby. It's just hit top, just out here, and kiting right. Can someone just be to my right with stones in case he comes tight? To my right, Ern, with stones in case he comes tight, mate.
Yeah, okay.
He'll go under it, mate.
I have my life to live over.
Just chuck something in there, he's gone up that way now.
Okay. He's coming in here then. Tight in.
It
That's
is
it,
plugged in.
Keep going.
Yeah.
There's a bad snag down there, which is why we're anxious about him. He's not too close to him, Ern. He's coming across. He's coming. All right, Ern. All right, mate. Yeah, all right. He's coming clear across the front. Again, Ern.
In he on again.
Just off the fence. All right, all right. He's moved out in front of me. All right, Ern.
Okay, Annie.
Look, there's a bad snag to the right, which is what we're anxiously trying to avoid. He's just boring around in front now. Just lying deep. It's typical. It's just showing up out there. Typical dogged. Not a big fish, but very welcome.
They back wind all the time. I can't.
Going for the fence.
See?
Going for the fence.
I can't place it like that.
He knows all about this fence down here.
Oh, it's a nice fish.
Angry little mirror. Fighting beyond his weight, as usual. And he's in. Late in the day. Oh, the hook's out. Aye. The hook's out. Cheers out. Bless you. Oh. Yeah, it's all right, Al. It's
You'll come out.
it's all ready to go. In the net, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he unhooked himself very obligingly. You're right, Al. Bring him up. A bit late in the day, wasn't it? Bless it. Lovely little mirror. Oh, just keep
Pretty
an eye on him,
little
Al.
fish.
Keep an eye on him, mate.
Pretty little fish.
Yeah. I'd just cast that out, hadn't even got the indicator set. Just sticking it on the buzzer.
Oh, well. Going round the fire again.
Could just be a rare birch single. Just made the party complete, really. Fred and I had just had our first drink of the day to celebrate something or other. And Fred's on with the barbecue. Bless you for coming. Very nice of it. Just over 9. That is a very rare fish, a birch single. Usually on the very shallows. Under that tree over there, one of the lads was fishing there. And I rode past in the boat and looked, and it was white with groats. But in like the side that you can't get into, there's a branch shuts one side off. And I came back, I said, why have you filled it in with groats over there? He said, I haven't put any groats over there. I thought, bloody hell, it's these leaping carp. Cleaning out, you know, forcing it out. And it was the same 2 or 3 other spots. That one in that corner where they leap. There's always groats there, if there's groats in the water. And that, I've never heard anyone. I've heard 1 or 2 people say cleaning out, and I didn't quite know what they meant by it. But I'm sure it is. It must be when they get like stodged up.
And the leaf
forces the water through to clean them out. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Awful. But it'd be interesting to have a look later. Because there's a lot of groats across there, and we've had no bleeps or anything
No.
on the baits.
No.
But I bet they've been eating it.
Yeah, that would sort of. I think we'll wait till the end for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And that stream mouth, always, you might get action around midday, but it's between like midnight and 2 o'clock at night, which is a pretty dead time here. But you'll often get, if you're going to get a run down there,
That's where it'll be.
Midnight and 2 o'clock. So they must move down there at that time. Otherwise, it's just finding your own spot out there.
I mean, in many ways, what you're saying, like, describes this as being a pretty good winter fishery, not necessarily in terms of like numbers of fish and things, but feeling that if you come in and there's somebody like in one of the going areas, there are other options.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that's not the case on a lot of places anymore. Or maybe folklore says it's not the case. I'm not sure which.
Folklore, yeah. I think that's right. I think the hotspots are so localised that actually dropping right on one is very, very hit and miss.
Yeah.
And someone does drop on one, and that then becomes the spot, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
And
right.
people are reluctant to. It's a lot of mind-bending, time wasted, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to drop on a little spot like that in winter. Now, it's an odd thing about these two waters because both Birch and Mangrove, they shut down for shooting from the end of August through to the end of January for duck shooting. So the last 2 years we've that finished, and we've been able to fish right through the winter. So we thought, oh God, bloody hell, absolutely murdered.
Slaughter, yeah.
You know, not used to being caught at that time of year. And not a bloody scare. Mangrove shut down completely middle of September, first year. I think there were 2 fish came out
through the winter, and it's fished on longer this last year, but there wasn't a fish out for 3 months, from early November to early February. This had a reputation as being a winter water from way back, and the Winter Syndicate last year, first year we could fish through the winter, they had 2 fish, and they fished it bloody hard, the lads, you know, and they caught fish in the summer. I mean hard, 10 days at a time, that sort of fishing. And they had 2 fish from end of October to the last week of the season.
Yeah,
Literally 2 fish, one on Christmas Day and one on New Year's Eve. But this year, whether it's because of the bait availability and they've got more used to food being available through the winter, I don't know, but or whether people have found the spots better. It's fished out.
So has it been fairly consistent through?
Yeah, it's been slow, but there's been good fish, and it's where this little run I've had, it'll have done about 20 20s through the winter, about a similar number of other fish, I think.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, perhaps 10 other fish.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, it's good when you consider the number of people that are fishing.
Yeah, that's right. And that is a carp feeding, carp catching situation.
Right.
And it's making it very, very easy for the carp to suss that out. I mean, you and I know that bait can overcome all presentation. That if there's something out there that they want enough, and there isn't enough of it there, they take the hook bait.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm talking about, I've had a very, very consistent run. You know, more consistent than other people have been. Yeah. Which I'm sure is down to getting the bait and the presentation as fairly right as I can get it.
So what's been happening when some of the other southern guys have been coming up? I mean, because I'm not on the sort of like busy circuit places anymore.
Well, we did the James Dexter appeal here.
Yeah.
And we had, I mean, to be fair, it was a sunny week with not much oxygen going in.
Right.
And the sort of week that you come and think, well, it's scratching time.
Yeah.
But you'd get a handful of fish.
Yeah.
You know, you'd work hard at. If you did a fish a day through the week, you'd have done all right. And Chris Haswell and his mate filled it in, which didn't help at all.
Right.
Does nothing for the water. But Chris and Doug Jones, Paul Selman, Max Cottis, Lee Jackson, Alan Partridge, John Pooler, I think that's it, or Mickey Sly, all blank.
Right.
Like doing 3 days or a couple of days or whatever.
Right.
And Mary and I were fishing the cattle drink, and I went down on the boards and look at me, they've been using tigers down there. And I mean, these fish are suckers for tigers.
Right.
They really are, they love them.
Right.
And they went down, they'd been using hempen tigers, and they'd blanked on hempen tigers, because I went down and fished with Mickey Sly on the boards. I said, I'm going to bloody use these if these buggers have been using them, because it meant there was a load of tigers out there, and you were going to have problems getting them on bait. And I got down there on the Friday night, and I had three takes on the Saturday morning, 2 fish.
Yeah.
14 and a 23, I think.
Right.
That was an odd thing, though. Put down like a bed of hemp about this square, up to the 3-yard square, and 2 balanced tiger nut baits on it. And it had got so we weren't going to catch that week. You know, there was no up at first light, and where are they, and the rest of it. And I'm like lying there coming out thinking, oh, it's daylight, and I got this beep. And that dropped back, and I just hit it and out of it. I thought, you bastard, that's it for the week. I've done it. And but I didn't. I had 2 more takes that morning to the same bait. Next morning, of course, I'm well for it. Same situation, 2 baits on it. And I'm only fishing halfway out, you know, literally halfway out, like on the stream mouth line up there. And you can ask Mickey Sly, from first light for 2 hours, that bed of bait was just bubbles. An absolute sheet of bubbles, you know, and it was hold the rod time because it had to go, and it bloody didn't, not a beat. 2 hem tackles in there with 2 balanced tiger nuts, which they love, and they must have cleaned that hemp out. And they stirred up so much from the bottom It was quite still, and it like drifted down that way, and they started feeding on what they'd stirred up from the bottom on the surface.
Yeah.
And it was frightening to see, Jerry.
Yeah.
And I wish the lads who'd been there earlier in the week could have seen what I was looking at.
Yeah.
Because there were 50 or 60 big fish together, just like mulling round on this scope. Because I hooked one on I drifted a boilie into them,
Right.
just on the drag. And like hooked one, you know, and it came half in and half towards me. And we got the old days problems of setting the hook and pulled out of it. In fact, I was very slow to twig that because they were feeding on that for so long, and I put a floater on them to start with, and they wouldn't touch it, which they've got very iffy with floaters, and it took me too long to think about drifting a boilie.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd never seen that many fish. You know, you see a lot of fish on the surface in little groups, and there's areas out there that is where they are. And like any other water, there'll be one localised little 2-yard square that you might catch them in that spot, and you know, they won't touch the floaters until they drift into that spot. And I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I remember years ago that I have to be careful, on the Abbey Crosswater, I could never get them to take float. You'd see them ghosting round, and I could never get them to take floater. And I saw one of the lads one day go, so bloody stupid really, just didn't have any floater. I mean, you know, whenever you went, you tried for them with floater cakes, which we carried until they went mouldy in the bag and everything. Yeah. And he didn't have any, and he just did the obvious thing, well, obvious to him, but not to anyone else. He's got a boilie and put a float on, and he fished the boilie about that deep. Go on, my son. Fished it about that deep, and it just drifted it in. Fish every time. Till they twigged it.
That's what I was talking about with that.
Amazing.
Because I'd read about that. That was one of my great moments. That I'd read about that, and I was fishing Waveney, and this local came up, and he said, "Oh, Tim, there's some carp round." He was fishing sea like I was on D. There's some carp round there in the edge, and they're on top. But I can't get them to look at floater. And I'd read about this, about a boilie under a float. You know, I said, "Have you tried them with a boilie under a float, foot under the surface?" All knowledgeable.
Yeah.
He said, "No." I said, "Oh, go and try them." I came back about 3 hours later. "Oh, that's incredible! I've had 2 fish on it." So I'm like stalking around every lake in the complex. So I couldn't get a bloody thing on it. But I don't think I've ever caught a fish on that method, and yet there's been days when they've looked a real sucker for it.
Yeah.
John Lilly is a terrific angler with floater. I mean, I've watched him here when they're like looking at it on top, and they went down into that corner, and he got fish in front of them, and he got one. He got a 17-pounder, and he said, "Couldn't get them on top, but I got them up with it slow sinking."
Yeah.
And he was using mixers. And after he'd gone, I thought, "I'll have some of this." Could I bugger it with?
No.
You got mixers to slow sink. But you have to hold them under the water and squeeze the air out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
To the right. Yeah.